Hey there, Saggies. What's going on? Welcome back for a weekly reading. In your meditation, I heard that song, What is Love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. And they're saying that you've been hurt and you just don't want to be hurt anymore, and it's made you afraid to love. And understandably, because it feels like you were hurt pretty bad. Wasn't something, it just feels like your heart was obliterated. And it's taken a lot for you to let go of that. Romantic love affair came out. Moving on. Okay. So I'm getting an energy here, like the way for you to move on, and this isn't for everybody, but there's a group here where it was easier for you to move on by getting under other people. And it wasn't so much about being under other people as just having fun, letting loose, not having to care what somebody else thinks, not having somebody else make you feel shitty about yourself, not allowing that to, the way you process this. It's like you came out of this really toxic thing where you just felt like this big. And you're like, fuck this, this person, I deserve better than this. And you really let loose. Okay. And now it's like you realize you went from one extreme to the other. And maybe now you're kind of swinging yourself back into balance where you don't, now these, all this partying and letting loose and being free and flying by the seat of your pants energy is now starting to weigh you down the same way the other relationship weighed you down. Yeah. So it's almost like you're noticing a pattern of excess here. I'm getting a lot of pain in these two fingers. This is my left ring finger. Is this somebody you thought you were going to marry? I've literally got the worst pain, and it's right in between these two fingers. Ow. Did you think you were going to marry this person? That's not going to be for everybody, so I am going to check on some other energy real quick. Not everybody wants to be a part of that. So, there are other people who are just single and want, let's see what the singles got. Are just not focused on the past, people who have healed, ready to move on, ready to do something new. What should they be focusing on right now? Okay. A union. Ooh. You're wanting commitment. You're wanting commitment. Oh, to career. So the things that you should be focusing on is the commitment to your career right now. So it's like it's almost like you had a really painful situation. You were living by the seat of your pants, flying by the seat of your pants, and you just having a lot of fun, partying, excess. Now that is starting to get really old, and you're realizing it's time for you to kind of buckle down, focus on your career, make things putting your life in a better position. Okay. I just heard young of spirit. So you may be somebody who's not exactly a spring chicken, not in your 20s or something, but somebody here who has a very young spirit. Travel at the bottom. They told me that they wanted me to continue this message with this here. So for you, Sag, the focus they want you to be on oh my goodness. Did you see how those just fell off? All I did was have my cards here. Okay. These are the same cards you just had. Wait a minute. These are the cards that were just in the Scorpio reading, and they all just fell off. So what's happening right now, this experience is actually helped you grow spiritually. 4, 5, 6 was just on the clock. So when I say that, this situation has helped you grow, but now you're growing out of this situation, Sag, and you're going into this situation where you're focused on your career, you're wanting commitment, you're wanting something, maybe you want to be with somebody who's a little younger than you. Fine, that's fine if that's what you want. Hey, you're gonna, no shame here, I don't care who you're with. um, they do want you to give yourself a break and kind of ease up on yourself. I was going to say Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay, or maybe you're dealing with the Scorpio because these came out in the Scorpio reading. I just about said Scorpio again. Let's get some tarot. So this isn't necessarily about you going back to somebody. This is what happened because of somebody from the past. It feels like you kind of recognized and realized some patterns of your own in doing this. And it took you getting away from that person to realize that they weren't completely wrong. They weren't completely right, but they weren't completely wrong either. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm getting something where you're really playing this over in your mind. Lots of thoughts going off and off. And you're having all these thoughts that I'm talking about here, but you're not making any sense of it. And that's what they want you to realize, because this is what you're feeling like at times. Like you're trapped, but there's somebody there to help you. And you can hear their voice. That is your inner being, ready there to be there to help you. Right there. You know what I just noticed that I've never noticed before? The strings on this look like a cross. You see that? They want you to have faith here that things are working out. It doesn't, you don't like making moves when you only have about 40 to 50% of the information. But this is a situation where it feels like you're going to do that. And when you do that is when you start to feel the clarity come to your mind. You feel things come into place. And this situation, like the previous situation where you got hurt and stung really bad, that led to you kind of like really letting loose and letting go. Both of those situations have helped you grow and create stronger boundaries. Now, you can be pretty rigid with them at times. You can be pretty mean with it at times, aggressive even. But it's kind of just your nature, Sag, to to sound like kind of a bit of a pompous ass at times. And it's just you don't mean to. It's just part of the Sagittarius energy, Fly by the seat of your pants, love things, kind of go wing it. But on the flip side of that, you can get pretty heated and hot-headed. And what they're saying is these situations, although painful or stressful, actually led to you wanting a sound mind, wanting to clear up your thoughts, to have stronger clarity. Mental clarity is going to be a strong suit for you. Learning, you see all these books here, lots of learning and growing. And I feel like something really shifts for you, and this is where they want your focus to be on, committing to something as far as your career. Now, what is that? It's going to be different for each of you. Yeah, it's going to be different for each of you. You have victory over this. Look. I'm the King of Cups. These situations put you in the best place possible. You've got the King of Swords and the King of Cups. This is strength. This is somebody who's strong with their communication skills, their mental acuity, as well as their emotional acuity. It's like these situations have catapulted you and propelled you forward in an energy, cooked you up inside energetically to be able to handle this down here, this career. So what didn't kill you made you stronger it helped you set boundaries. It helped your heart heal because you realized your patterns, their patterns, where the lack of communication was, or the toxic communication was, and you were able to face these challenges head on and conquer them. And I mean, she's leaping for joy. This is not her feeling like she's got energy left in her here, okay? She's leaping for joy. I love this reading. All right, Saggies, that's what I look at the Empress at the bottom. You've really rebirthed yourself here. You've birthed yourself. I love this so much for you. Okay, this is what I have, Saggy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love.